Dani and Tay, and we are heard. Hi guys, welcome back to episode 115 of Heard the Podcast. This is Dani, and I am here joined by a special guest.
Hello, my name is Trilla, aka Trilla Kay, aka she, they, aka that bitch.
Period. She said she was shy, y'all. She said she had anxiety, but now when the camera turned on, she's just turned up.
It was the chips. It's the chips for me.
Okay, so I want to get started. Okay, I want to just get to know you better because we've crossed paths a few times and stuff. So, and then we both went to Towson University.
See you alone.
Yeah. So wait, when did you graduate?
2016.
Me too. Wait. Okay. So what was your major? Because I know Courtney.
I was always in business, in the School of Business.
So what building was that?
That
wasn't the art. That wasn't the art building, right?
No, it wasn't the art building.
Okay.
It was like all the way on the other side of campus. Okay. Them old crusty, dusty dorms.
Yeah, it was always like a crusty side of the.
Yeah, it was on that side. So that's probably why you didn't see it.
I could never do the dorms. I always lived off campus.
See, yeah, I lived off campus my last 2 years. So
where?
Charles Village.
Okay. Yeah. So I think when I first came there, I lived in Fairways. Oh, nice. Then I lived in Loch Raven. Okay. And then I just moved down to what's it called? Owings Mills. Okay, my last semester.
I lived in Charles Village and Kenilworth at Charles.
Ooh, I loved Kenilworth.
That was my favorite.
Yeah,
I loved it. I convinced my parents it's cheaper for me to just live off campus.
It really is.
Yeah, but I was staying in the towers when I lived on campus. Ghetto.
Did I ever go to the towers?
Ghetto.
It was no. Yeah, right. It was so small. Yeah. And why would they charge so much to live?
Everybody lived in there.
Do you have any roommate horror stories, or you got along with all your roommates?
I don't really want to speak on it.
Okay.
But
something went down?
Just too many different niggas in the room. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, we're going to leave it there. Yeah. I don't want to expose nobody.
Yeah. But yeah, I never saw... But you saw Courtney though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I never saw... Damn.
I know her from Towson. I never seen you though, but I was a little anti, so...
Really?
Nah. But
you were a social butterfly in college?
I was like a social butterfly outside of school shit. Like I would be going out, to underground shows and stuff. But if it wasn't music related, you was not gonna see me.
So you mostly hung around Baltimore City? Yeah, I love Baltimore City. It was really art.
Yeah. Very
artsy out there.
Yeah, artsy fartsy.
So how did you start DJing?
So story time. I started officially DJing in 2019, and I picked up a board the very end of 2018, December.
What's a board?
A controller, DJ controller.
Okay.
I had a 2-channel Pioneer DDJ-SB. It's my first board. I was rocking on that board for almost a year. But I got inspired to start DJing when I did this work gig in Cali. I do freelance production stuff to travel. So I'll get paid to go to a city and do some alias production for a brand. And so I went to Cali for this brand.
So you said production how? Like commercials or something like that?
Event. It would be event production. So one event that I worked is YouTube Black. They hosted it at the Line Hotel in DC 3 years ago. And I was the production manager. So just making sure that everything for the whole event ran smoothly and things like that. And so the one in Cali that I did was with Puma, and we just helped build the sets and stuff, and then help give out free Puma merch. And your I guess your experience in college gave you a gateway to that. Yeah, so I was blogging in college.
Oh, really?
And yeah, girl, I've lived so many lives.
I had a cute little before my podcast I had a cute little YouTube vlog. It's still up. I was a little vlogger on YouTube. Yeah, some slight. It was whatever.
I was blogging in college, and I was just so in love with underground music, underground culture. That was when all the music blogs were really popping back in the day.
Global Grind.
Yeah, all of that. I can't even name drop right now, name part. But Pigeons and Planes, all of that.
They're still a thing.
So I was blogging back then. And I used to blog for DTLR Radio.
Oh.
Girl, I've done so much. But so that's what kind of got me into the underground music scene. So when I started DJing, it just naturally picked up because I was already working with artists in that capacity. So when I decided to become an artist, I already knew people. It's just they didn't know me as an artist.
So it sparked different interests in music and entertainment. Because I asked J-Rock to teach me how to engineer, so I think I'm gonna start like engineering. I think I'm gonna start engineering. I think I'm gonna start engineering. Yeah, I want to start because I'm like, ooh, I can do this. I can do this. And I'm not musically talented. I can't sing or rap, but I think I know.
You can cook up a beat.
I think it's that I'm confident in that, but I also feel like I know what good sounds like. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's all you need to get started. But yeah, so I started DJing purely out of just like a love and appreciation for music, and then I was like, I'm gonna try this out. Tried it out.
I saw that you sold my some Puma, but I saw that Beats campaign you did. How did that come about?
Okay, so shout out Mackenzie, my girl. She was the photographer behind that campaign, and so I also do hair. Got a hair page, Trilla Tresses. So I actually met Mackenzie as a hair client of mine, and like I gave her some Bantu knots, hooked us up, and I didn't even know she was a photographer at the time, but we were just kind of talking about me DJing because that's
she's from here.
I'm not sure. I know she goes to Howard, so I think she just goes to school here, but I think she's from somewhere else. Don't quote me. But yeah, I met her as a hair client. She had seen me DJing out before, so she knew I was a DJ. And she ended up hitting me up when the Beats collab came about, and I was like, definitely, let's go. So shout out to
Wait, so who did Beats reach out to?
So they did a campaign with, I'm guessing, like college students. So that's where Howard came in. She just graduated from Howard, but I think she was in her last semester when it happened. So the highlight was on like local Black creatives, and she wanted to highlight
that's what's up,
women. So yeah,
that's what's up. That was big. You look good. It looked great. Yeah,
yeah.
That was really good for
really
you.
Dope. I had so much fun with that.
Yeah.
Here's some more collabs like that.
Okay, so like how else did you like build relationships in the DMV? Because I know you're booked and busy, just like your other colleagues. Like how did you go about that? Like building like relationships and stuff.
I would say like a lot of my work life goes hand in hand with my artist life. So every job that I've had like post college has been music related or in the music business. So I definitely will say like the relationships that I've had for companies that I work for just help kind of keep me connected in the industry, and just like from my blog era days and days where like I was more so like pulling up to events, interviewing artists, writing about artists.
Oh, so you interviewed artists?
Every now and then. That wasn't like my main thing.
Were you nervous doing that?
Yeah.
Really?
Like, girl, I don't know. But it wasn't that bad because I didn't really have to talk about myself. So I was just like talking about the artist. But yeah, from those days, I think I formed a lot of like connections that have brought me to my DJ career now and music career now. So yeah, just meeting people along the way. Like I didn't know necessarily what I wanted to do then, but.
So you say you started professionally DJing in 2019. So like when you were in school, did you have that interest in like music? So you just
no.
So how did it first, like you just wanted to be like a commentator or like work in communications?
I just wanted to work in the industry. I also work at 930 Club. I manage there. I've been working.
See, look, you just it's just like
I don't talk about it too much because I'm not allowed to talk about the nature of my job just on some confidentiality. But yeah, all my jobs have been in the music industry as well, so it hasn't been completely random. But DJing, I mean, the most that I did before I started DJing is I had like a little note where I was like, that song would sound good with that song, and I would like write down like
I do that in my head all the time
that I would want to hear, and then I would be going to the clubs, and sometimes these DJs was just not giving what they were supposed to give, like. So, like, I'm really big on transitions when I DJ. Like, I love a good transition. So, honestly, like, my main inspiration for wanting to DJing was, like, I don't get to hear this music, so I'm going to play what I would want to hear. And it just ended up working out.
More like an eclectic vibe. You don't want to be too commercial when you're being a DJ.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, if someone that's not a DJ, if I can clock that this transition is trash and it's like a cutoff and just like it's just bad.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what's like. I do like hearing new music, but then like meshing it with music that I already know, and like I like discovering new stuff.
I like that mix. And like I didn't go to like DJ school or anything, so for the most part,
is there a school for that?
Yeah, you can take DJ lessons.
Oh, it is?
It's not so much in this area as in like LA or New York or Atlanta. But
like Full Sail or something like that?
Yeah, Full Sail. I think the School of Rock here does DJ lessons, but I don't know like if that's just for kids or if adults can take those classes or what. I also used to DJ instruct at Sitar Art Center in Adams Morgan before COVID, but then after, you know, all that shit got fucked up. But yeah,
I think you being a self-learner, that's cool too, because, you know, I went to school for graphic design and like they teach you by the book, but I feel like after graduating, I've grown more by my experience and just learning on my own, because they teach you things is by the book, is very traditional, and sometimes that can kind of hinder someone. It can
hinder you. I feel like it definitely can hinder what your idea of creativity is, because it kind of like paints like a little box around it. So I feel like because I'm self-taught, that's where like the eclectic sound comes from, because I didn't like learn from a specific format, so I just be doing what sounds good to me. Yeah.
So what are some artists that you really like that really inspire your playlists and your DJ sets and your transitions and things like that?
Let's see. Some of my top joints that I'm a crank. I'm just list like a whole bunch here. I love me some K-Tronada, Primo Rice. I like Hiatus Coyote. I like... Who else am I gonna definitely crank? I love playing like all the most like random shit that like sounds good together. Like I play my favorite like transition when I was like first kind of starting to DJ was I will always play what's that song? What? I chimed in with the
thing you never heard of.
Some nudie, bruh. I love like mashing genres together. Like,
that's what's
up.
My
thing, like mashing genres. But then I really like the house K-Tronada single vibes.
Did you go to his show a couple months ago? He was a fan. You were there.
I was there.
I was there with Courtney. Yeah. We didn't even see you. Damn, that was lit.
That was fun.
I overheard your like your Normani Wild Side mashup. What did you mash it up with?
Child. I don't know.
Because to me, like, I was like, I would want somebody to mash up Wild Side, her song Waves, and then of course One in a Million. Because I know like when she would perform Waves live, she would mash it up with One in a Million, because like it has like a One in a Million undertones. It's not a sample.
Got around the same BPM and stuff. I like that. I might have to throw that in the next set.
Do it. Okay, so let's talk about you being vegan. But first, so what inspires your style? Because I really do love like your style, like your hair, your makeup, all that stuff. Like what is what inspired that? I love people with their own like individual style, honestly, and when it seems authentic, that's I love that. And I feel like your style seems really authentic, and I feel like it's very like captivating. It makes people, but you're still approachable, and you know. So like, what really inspires like your fashion?
I would say I definitely like to dress to reflect like my personality, because one time one of my homies said that I'm a little intimidating, and I'm not intimidating.
What?
Like.
Maybe because you're a Taurus.
Maybe. Like, sometimes I could definitely have, like, an energy that's, like, don't approach me. So I like, my, like, style to reflect, like, oh, it's fun. It's playful. I like to just try new things out. I don't wear a lot of makeup, but when I do, I like to just do something random, like, swipe brush across my eyelids or, some different color eyeliner or something. But I just, like, when I feel like I dress like how I feel, it just kind of makes the whole day go by a little better.
So like, how do you feel? Like, so how do you feel right now?
So today I'm feeling like a little pop of bubbly. Like definitely light colors, because I'm not feeling like dark and sad or anything. So this is just random. Like this is kind of like if my brain had a visual, is how it would look. Just like. Yeah. So
did you have locks in college?
No.
What inspired you to get locks?
I was tired of doing my hair. My hair is period. Like my hair is super thick. I got like 4B, C, A, 3C. Like I got like 4 different hair textures. So I actually grew my hair out pretty long before I locked it. My fro was like.
So you wore it in a fro before? You wore it in a fro in school?
Yeah. So I was super natural. Oh my gosh. So before I was supernatural, I used to go get like blowouts, bow. One time I got a blowout and she gave me a texturizer.
I want to fight.
I wanted to fight. That's the last time that I got a blowout.
You know what a texturizer is, J-Rob?
Bruh.
It's like a step down from a perm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, I'm gonna just put some curly conditioner in here. It's gonna that she put a texturizer in my hair. So I grew my hair out. I grew my fro out for a while, a few years. It was getting crazy. So it's just like, you know what? I'm gonna lock my hair. I actually locked my hair around the same time I was DJing because I was just so
19
busy.
or 18?
Yeah, 2019. I was just so busy that like I did not have the time to be trying to pull looks off. I was tired of wearing wigs all the time. I was trying to do, and like, yeah. So it's like, this is time. Like, this is now. I'm gonna just focus on living.
You start off with twists?
Yeah, two strands.
Okay, so it was already long when you did it? Okay.
I have a few locks that I had like started. I'm not even gonna pull it out right now. But my longest lock stopped. Oh, here it is. Hey, boo. My longest lock. This is my first baby. I started this before I started.
Not my first.
I started this before I started rest. So when I first started my locks, I had this and I had two in the front and a fro.
Okay, that seems cute.
It was cute.
Yeah.
And then I just decided to lock it all because I was just getting too busy, and I just thought it would be a good time.
I like it. I like it. So tell me about this. Okay, so let's talk about this vegan lifestyle. Yeah. Were you always vegan? And if not, when did you start?
So I started my vegan journey, was it a year ago?
Oh, it's only been a year?
Has it been a year? I think it's been a little over a year, but it's been a year strong. About a year ago, it was honestly like I was eating cluck you every other day with my roommates during COVID in the house. Like, we was just ordering like all the wildest shit, and it was just like an opportunity to take control of my health, like revitalize my energy, and like live a healthier lifestyle, especially with like working in nightlife. Like, there's so many vices you can get into. Yes,
fast food, liquor.
So I was drinking a lot. I was smoking a lot. And
well, I don't think smoking's a bad thing.
It's never bad. I'm still smoking. You know what I'm?
It's natural. Weed. You grow weeds. Weed that comes from the earth.
The videos is like, this was me a year ago, like smoking weed, turning up. This is me now, doing the same shit. So I was like, you know, something's gotta go, and it wasn't the weed. So, so it was the poor food choices, and I've been plant-based now. Like, I cook a lot more. I'm eating plant-based meals. It's going crazy. I'm doing really good.
I saw you had like some type of like tortilla wrap going on.
I be doing it.
It looked good. I was like, oh.
I be doing it.
I'm not a vegan, but I might have to.
I'm gonna share some of my plant-based meals with you.
So you might come out with like a little menu or something like that. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Definitely. But right now, like, my current focus with my like plant-based diet is just cooking more like African American inspired dishes, but making them plant-based.
Like what?
Like, my dad's birthday was February 5th, so I cooked dinner for him and my mom. I cooked some sweet potatoes, corn on the cob, black-eyed peas, some rice, some vegan meatballs, and like a kale salad. And my dad was licking his fingers, and he like be joning on me, saying I eat rabbit food. So I really like to cook for people who don't typically eat vegan, but would still eat my food.
Because I'm sure you're still seasoning it the way you would season if it was regular meatballs or whatever,
So, yeah, I like to cook so it doesn't taste like it's all vegan. Like, you don't have to, like, miss out on flavor just because you're eating plant-based.
So, like, how did eating meat make you feel? Because, honestly, I'm thinking about, like, giving up chicken just for a little bit of time just to see how I feel. I love fish, so I'll still eat fish and stuff. Yeah. But, like, with chicken, sometimes chicken can make my body feel kind of like, it kind of wear me down sometimes. I don't really eat beef like that. I kind of give up. I eat beef, like, once in a blue moon. I don't eat pork like that either. But I think I'm like...
chicken's bad. I don't think fish bad. I was pescatarian for, like... 2-3 years before I was
okay vegan. So you like weed your way, you like kind of ease your way on
I eased my way into veganism. I did not just go cold turkey, and I don't recommend it, but honestly, like, it was just, I could tell the difference in my energy when I like went all the way plant-based versus not being plant-based. And it's really just the energy for me. Like, I'm a sleepy girl. I will nap my way to whenever. Like, I love to sleep, and being plant-based is just giving me the energy to do more of what I want to do. So it's really just about the energy. For me, I did struggle with like gaining weight when I first went vegan. So now, like, I exercise as well.
Oh wait, you say you struggle with gaining weight?
Yeah, so I've been small like all my life. I was like 115 for like 10 years, like since I was like 16 to 26. I'm about to be 28 this year. But I really wanted to gain weight, but like between smoking a lot of weed and eating plant-based, I was not gaining weight. I was really small. So I gained 10 pounds.
Okay. I wish I had those problems.
It's like, it's reverse problems, but it's surprisingly really hard to like put on weight if you're not eating meat.
It's hard to put on weight.
If you're not eating meat.
Why are you laughing so hard? Why are you laughing so hard? You gonna be fat?
Why you put him on the spot like that?
Because he want to fall over. He want to.
I cannot, but no, it's so hard. Like gaining weight with like as a small person, especially if you're not eating meat, is like eh. So I definitely wanted to make sure that like my health was still in check, even though I wasn't eating meat, because it's really easy to be vegan and be unhealthy too.
Yeah, chips and
Eating a lot of bullshit, a lot of soy, like all that soy not good for you, like no. But yeah, so I had started working out. I'm like more consistent with it now. I've gained 10 pounds.
I've seen you work out. Yeah, I've seen it.
So I literally work out to gain weight.
Okay, so you want to build muscle?
I do mostly like lifting.
Yeah, because muscle weighs more than fat.
Yeah, and it helps my appetite too, so I eat a lot more now too.
Okay, for the energy and stuff. Okay, yeah, I've been drinking a lot more water, like a gallon a day. I'm getting back in the gym, trying to get this, trying to just be a healthy person, because we're still all young. We don't want to be like in our late 40s, late 50s, exactly. Like can't even,
Health
so
is wealth for sure.
Yeah. So what other partnerships do you have going on? Because I think I saw something with you in some sort of like dispensary situation.
Legacy DC. I'm a brand ambassador for Legacy DC.
Legacy DC. Okay.
They are a smoke shop. They will gift you weed, and you buy digital art from them, and it's really cool.
Where's Legacy at?
Legacy is on 14th and U Street.
Okay, I might have to slide through Legacy. And,
it's ran by this guy who he is a graffiti artist. So there's a lot of art influence in Legacy. There's a lot of like artistic like music and graffiti memorabilia in there, and they really focus on like having people from the community like be brand reps for them and things like that. So
that's what's up. Yeah,
that's one of my little brand collabs.
So they reached out to you?
Yeah, they hit me up. My homegirl Ashley that I work with at 930 Club, hey girl, she actually put me on with them, and yeah, I had like known a few other local DJs and other creatives who had like came through Legacy to check them out, and they hit me up. I came through, and they were like, "We have a brand ambassador program," and I was like, "What's that?" So now
shoot, I want a little situation, because I stay with an edible. Okay, I don't have anything right now.
They have really good edibles.
They do. Okay, yeah, because I stay with edibles. I stay with weed. I don't have any weed right now, but I stay with it. Like any other day, I would have it.
So I highly recommend. I'm gonna actually tell them to hit you up.
Yeah, I want to try their stuff. Yeah, I would happily buy some stuff, like some gummies and some stuff like that.
And they do like a lot of cool stuff. Like if you like and follow their page, like you'll get a free pre-roll for your first time coming.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely hit up Legacy DC.
They got a lot of cool promos.
Yeah. Okay, so what other gigs do you have coming up? Like what other DJing gigs you have coming up?
So I actually have a gig this Saturday coming up. My homegirl Alienated Alias is having an event called Alias Love Shack on 14th Street. So that's gonna be super exciting. I'm gonna be DJing at South by Southwest next month. For my girl Baby Callow, and might throw an event out there if we can lock in.
I might have to go to when is South by Southwest?
I think I'm gonna go from the 16th through the 21st of March.
March. Damn, I'm going to LA in April, so I can't fade that. I can't fade that.
Yeah, but I got a lot of traveling up in the works. And
can you say when? Okay.
Costa Rica.
Yeah. When? Summer?
I'm trying to go between May and June.
Okay.
Around that time. I'm going to Miami next month.
Okay. What's going on in Miami?
Bree has a gig.
Okay.
Out there, so we're gonna.
She stay getting new Florida gigs.
Yeah. She works with AMG, which is a label that books a lot of gigs out there. So,
okay.
Yeah. So we're going to Miami. I'm going to Austin next month. But other than that, I have like a virtual gig dropping this Friday. There's this radio station in London called Foundation FM, and
look at y'all just spreading your light and your talent everywhere. London, Austin, Texas, Florida.
So that's what's in the works for this year. Is just like a lot of like out of town stuff because we weren't really able to travel these past 2 years.
Yeah.
My last gig before COVID like hit was in Puerto Rico. Yeah, and I kind of wish I got stuck out there.
You liked it? What about
loved it.
Puerto Rico? You fit right in, don't you?
It was great. They didn't even know they didn't know I wasn't Puerto Rican. They didn't know what was going on. So,
what's your favorite? So, outside of Puerto Rico, like, what's your other favorite place to like travel to DJ?
Miami.
So, what's your? I mean, I've been in Miami, but like, how do you feel about the scene out there when it comes to like you DJing and like the crowd?
Florida definitely does not have the same like sound that we have up here. But I think they're receptive towards what we do just because it's different. And like,
so you played some DMV stuff out there?
Yeah.
What you play?
What did I play? I don't know. So I
From Rico?
Definitely. Rico gets played a lot of the time, especially out of town. I actually played Rico and Puerto Rico, and they
went crazy.
Yes, they went crazy. So, but Miami is more like club, like like that type of vibe.
Yeah,
a lot of dance stuff, but they're receptive.
Have you been to ATO? Have you DJed ATO?
I DJed in Atlanta. Okay, I DJed at R Bar in Atlanta.
What's it called? R Bar?
Yeah, it's called R Bar.
R Bar.
And so before I even started DJing, some man came up to me and asked me to play E40. And I'm like, excuse me, sir, like I haven't even set up yet. And no, I'm not playing E40. So I had played like a typical like Atlanta hood set, and then I got mixy with my house stuff. And they were eating it up. They loved it.
Yeah.
So I love DJing in Atlanta. I was actually about to move
E40's from Atlanta? Where's he from? I feel like he's from Cali. No, he's from Cali. They asked for E40 in Atlanta?
But he was trying to hear some E40. But he got that K Trinata and they was cool with it.
How do you feel about people just coming up to y'all and just requesting stuff? Because the thing is, the only thing that I would do, I would probably like, if anything, I'll go up to somebody and be like, so what was that last song you played? Yeah. That's the only thing I'll do.
I typically don't take requests. Like sometimes I'll hear you out. And if it's like really good suggestion, I'll be like, all right, I got you. But I don't like requests. Like unless you come up to me with $100 bill, like, can you play the song? Then we can talk.
Oh, that happened to you before?
Somebody's paid for a request before. I like show them like this my cash app, PayPal. Like okay, bad. But yeah, don't come up to me unless you about to pay me for your request because you didn't book me for the gig. So I'll play what I got booked to do, and that's be myself. So,
yeah, okay, I respect that.
I think it's a little disrespectful to ask DJs for requests. I'm gonna put that out there. But some people do have good requests, but it's barely. And like the few times that I have,
she said it's barely.
The few times I have played requests is not what the other people wanted to hear. So it's just like I should have just stuck to what I was playing.
Just play it in your car.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, no requests.
Okay, so Trilla Kay sings. Did you know that, J-Rob? She sings. So what got you into becoming a singer? Because it's like you're taking like steps. It's like you're gradually taking your steps. So first you were into like event production and you know socializing and build relationships and brands and endorsements and this. Then you went into the DJing thing, and then now that's your career. And now you're getting into music, like actually being a singer, an artist.
My friends have peer pressured me into making music.
Really? Who?
Bree.
Okay, no, because Bree needs to hush because Bree was acting shy about her stuff, so I don't know why she's even doing all that.
Yeah. So yeah, they're like, Kitty, make some music. My like nickname for my close friends is Kitty. They call me Kitty. But so I actually was singing from jump for real. Like I used to be in choirs. I used to be a church choir, school choir, doing acoustic covers with the homies back in the day.
When? How old were you?
Like high school.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Elizabeth Seton in Bladensburg, Maryland.
Oh, okay. You from Bladensburg?
Not from Northeast.
Okay.
Yeah, 18th and Monroe, 1-8.
Okay.
But yeah, I was actually singing like as a kid, but I never like wanted to be like a singer. So now I just kind of make music because I can and I enjoy it and I appreciate the art. And I honestly just recently discovered that I even had a decent singing voice, like recording wise. Like 2 years ago.
Oh, so you thought that you had like a better like live voice?
Yeah, I thought like, oh, I could sing a cover, but like I didn't think that like I could be a recording artist. But I like actually recorded my first few songs. I recorded my song God Body and my very first song One Night. I recorded them by myself. And I was like, oh, you sound kind of good, sis. Like, okay. So yeah, honestly.
Who'd you play it for at first?
My roommates at the time, Bree, Mark, Static. And yeah, it was like, oh. So this was all like during COVID for real. I started recording myself out of pure like boredom. And yeah.
So you think you have like your own sound?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
What are some of your influences?
I love neo soul, like Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, them my sisters. I love like to sing about spiritual shit, burning sage, like incense.
I need to get into that. I need to get into the chakras of it all.
Yeah. So music is like making music is like healing for me, but I do have a few ratchet bops too.
Oh, so how much music do you have? Is it like a project worth?
Yeah, but I want to drop an EP this year. I'm dropping a music video this year.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Is it already done?
The song is already released.
What is it?
The music video has not been
What's
recorded
the song?
yet. God Body.
Okay, so you have okay.
Yeah, but I just Zaraya, she's also an artist in the area. She wrote the treatment for a video that I want to shoot this year and within like the next month or two. But yeah, I want to drop a music video this year and possibly an EP. I have like a lot of like throwaways that just like
excuse me
aren't mixed well, but I got some shit on my sleeve.
Oh, okay.
The only thing is like I don't want to be like a music artist. Like I don't want to be going on tour or none of that.
Well,
like,
no, that's a cute little coin.
Throw me on the bill.
Going on tour is a cute little coin. What you mean?
I'm just so shy.
Girl,
I need to get like my performance aspect up there. But I've done a few shows. I've done like 3 shows so far.
I think I went to one that y'all had. Yeah, I went to one. But how are you not shy? Because I feel like as a DJ, I would be shy because like you're up there, like you're the one that's like curating the vibes for the event. Like I would be shy from that.
DJing, like I don't really be nervous for real. I mean, sometimes I've been, but for the most part, no. And then like with singing, like I'll be nervous, but I'll still do it. Like just have to be up there and be nervous as shit.
Okay, you don't have to be nervous in front of me and J-Rob, but just me and J-Rob in here.
Yeah,
it'll be fine.
Yeah, but I don't know. I like to like do things that scare the shit out of me.
Okay.
Just for shits and giggles, like oh I did it, yes. So it's just like to test, like to get out of my comfort zone.
Okay, so but I mean, so you don't have any plans of like you're gonna do an EP, but you're gonna keep doing it, or because what if people pick up on it? And people want to like book you as an artist. You're not gonna say no.
I mean, that's kind of like what the flow of things have been. Like I kind of just like make music for myself for real, and then like I guess it just be resonating with some people, and so I've gotten booked for some showcases, and like if they're cool with me having a 7-minute set because I only got 7 minutes worth of music, then we could do that. So. Yeah, I've been grateful for the people who have booked me, and it's like made me realize like I'm not the only person that likes to listen to my music, so maybe I'll make some more. Yeah. Would you ever do any more ambassador endeavors, or like would you want to work with any other brands, or? Yeah, I have actually a few brand collabs coming up. A lot of brands have been like hitting me up to collab with them recently. This one brand called the Muse Aesthetic, I've recently collabed with them. It's called the Muse Aesthetic. And they have like the cutest clothes. I like online shopping typically gives me anxiety because it's just like too many options to choose from. Oh, for real? Yeah, it just be too much. I'm like, damn, like I don't know. And I just say fuck it. I'll have like things in my cart and then just be like, I'm not getting none of this shit. So it's been dope like collaborating with brands who have like more niche like product lines. Like what? Like give me an example. So like with the Muse Aesthetic, like there should just be given. It'd be all the fits that I'd be like reposting on my Pinterest. Like, that's cute. I want that. And it's just like less options, but more like quality things. So I really like just like personal stuff. Like I like to support local people. I get most of my clothes from either like local brands, thrifting, or if it's a brand collab.
I like that online site called Teen Hearts. They have really nice graphic t-shirts. They have like really cute and everything's like $13. Okay. Yeah, like but they have really cute like graphic t-shirts and stuff. Yeah, I think you would like it a lot, J. Rob. Yeah. Would you ever have your own fashion line?
The furthest I'd go with that is selling my own merch. I got some merch on my website.
Oh, wait, I would have bought some merch. Oh, for real? I need to go on.
I got this cute jean tote bag. I got a little beanie hat on there. What else do I have on there? I had a hoodie, but they could take it down and replace it with a pair of socks. But I have a few things on my website, some merch. That's as far as I'll go with the fashion.
Okay, she's saying that now, but I'm saying that now, yeah. So, do you have any other like future plans? Do you have any like future goals that you want to like achieve down the line, or you just like going with the flow?
I'm just going with the flow. I was an econ major in college, so like I'm all about like wealth building and generational wealth. I just recently started investing in real estate. And yeah, like I eventually want to open like a space for artists to perform, whether that be a venue or a studio space, something along those lines. But yeah, I'm a real estate investor now.
Yeah. So how did you get into that?
I actually started studying for my real estate license during COVID.
My friends doing the same thing. It's like a process. It's like a whole big thing.
I was like, this is not for me. I'm gonna stick to DJing.
It's a lot.
But now I got into real estate investing because like real estate is like interesting to me. But being an agent wasn't more so my calling. But now I'm getting more to like the investment side of things.
I'm about to look into that because I think that's a good thing to invest in real estate because everyone needs somewhere to live. Everyone's going to buy a house. Everyone's going to try to do this and that.
Exactly. And the stock market and crypto is cool, but just don't put all your funds in there. So I'm just like diversifying my portfolio right now, doing some wealth building. I really just like supporting other Black people, spending my coin on Black people. Yeah.
Did you see how Jim Jones was upset in the Gucci store the other day? You saw that?
Wait, what?
Yeah, so what happened was he was in the Gucci store with like his friends or his entourage or whatever, and apparently he wasn't even receiving any customer service. They were just like, because I guess in the Gucci store, like if you're like a rapper, or like you're a well-known person, they have you in like the VIP section of the store. So he was in the VIP area, I guess, and like no one was coming to see what he needed. No one was coming to help him shop. No one was helping them out. And so he went on Instagram and was like saying like, oh, y'all are racist. I'm not getting no customer service. We've been here for 2 hours. And so my whole thing was this. I'm like, why are we still? First of all, people call Gucci racist every couple of years. I feel like is that, and then like why haven't you left yet? Why are you
still supporting the brand?
Why haven't you left yet? Why are you begging to spend your money in a store that's not welcoming you?
A Black luxury brand to support. I'm over that, honestly. Like I've never really been like super big on labels. If I do have like some designer stuff, I probably like thrifted it or something. But if I could support people in my community with the coin that I have, Jim Jones and whoever else can support their local brands. And like, are we still gonna keep supporting the Gucci's and stuff? Like, we know they're not for us. So that's how I feel about that.
So how important is college to you though? Like did you enjoy college? Like when it came to just like college, like the education of it all, like the purpose of it all, like how did you feel about the whole idea of college?
I mean, I definitely think that I should have like maybe took a gap year and like figured out what I really wanted to do with my life. But overall, I do think it was a really good experience. Honestly, when I was in college, it was more social than educational for me.
Because listen, them clubs in Baltimore is a club everywhere. Yeah. Like what was it called? Uptown. We called it Uptown. Yeah.
I was fine.
Everybody had a party at their apartment. The apartments was 5 minutes away from each other. It was just a lot.
So yeah, especially I feel like Tulsa was like a party school.
I almost didn't graduate my last semester.
No, me too.
Yeah. Yeah. I almost didn't graduate.
But we was close. We was close. We was like, yeah. So, I mean, I would say college is important if you know what you want to do and you're going for what you want to do. But if you don't know what to do with your life and you just wasting your money or your people's money, like, just think about it first. I mean, definitely, like, the career that I'm in now doesn't have a lot to do with my major, a little bit, because, you know, like money, blah, blah. But I don't know. Like, I was not focused at the time. Like, I was just young, wild, and free, like, living life. But college was cool. Like, I definitely think that my path would have been a lot different if I did not go. But who knows?
Okay, that's true. I feel the same way. I feel the same way for sure.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything that you want to plug in before we close out? Thank you for coming. I'm really happy that you came. She was like, she just said yes. She didn't give me no pushback and nothing. Like, people don't really say no anyway, but to me. But yeah, I was like, wow, she just said yes.
Yeah. So yeah, normally don't say yes to anybody. You just left.
Really? I feel special.
You know, I would say seen. And yeah, that's as far as it goes. But I fuck with you and what you're doing. So I had to. I just had to. So
okay. Bree Mafia was like, go on the show.
Yeah. She gave me the good cosign. She said it was cool. So I had to listen. So yeah.
I'm glad you came.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so we're going to do something after this, though.
Okay. What we got to do?
You know what you got to do. Oh. But all right, guys. Well, thank you guys for listening to the podcast. This is Dani. Oh, yeah. And where can they find you, Trilla Kay?
You can find me, TrillaKay.com, TrillaKay.com, on Instagram, Trilla Kay _ on Twitter, @DJ Trilla Kay. Don't look for me nowhere else. I mean, you can, but you could just find me through those platforms. You can find everything else that you need to know. But my website has everything.
Has anybody ever tried to, like, do a fraud page on you?
Yeah, okay. But this was, like, back in Facebook days. Before it was even doing anything for real. Yeah, that was interesting. All
right, guys, you can listen to Heard the Podcast on all podcast streaming platforms. You can follow Heard on Twitter and Instagram @Heard the Podcast, HERD the Podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, HER the Podcast. Thank y'all. We out. Peace.